Hello again, my name is Jason Straw, and I wanted to go over the three legal products here in the United States that the FDA has approved for medical use dealing with cannabis. And I have up on the screen, first one is Marinol. That was legalized back in 1985 through the FDA, and that's a synthetic THC-based medication that they've been using for chemo patients, usually used to treat nausea. Then when the AIDS epidemic came around, they used it to treat wasting syndrome, so to increase appetite. So this THC Delta 9 synthetic man-made product was used to treat really poor appetite. Then a little bit further down the line, they ended up developing Epidiolex, which is just an extract from the marijuana plant, or cannabis plant. And so they extract it right from the plant, and they say they get all the THC out, but there's probably a trace in there, and there might be a trace of some other stuff in there, but it's as close as you can get to pure CBD from a cannabis plant. And the FDA has approved it for medical use with seizures, and that's just come out in the last couple of years. And then in December 2018, our federal government legalized hemp products, and nationally, so they're now over the counter, not approved for medical use, even though some people use them for nutritional supplements, just like you would if you're eating omega-3 from fish or flax or walnuts. And omega-3s break down into, or your body uses them to make endocannabinoids, because we have an endocannabinoid system that we've been depriving our bodies of unless you're eating fish or flax or walnuts or something else that has omega-3s or cannabinoids in them, like the cannabis plant. And the scheduling for those, Marinol's Schedule 3, Epidiolex is a Schedule 5, and the Hemp CBD isn't even scheduled because it's considered a food product. And Indiana tried to make, they legalized hemp flower as a legal product, and then this last session they made it illegal, and there was a lawsuit, and the judge said, no, federal government made it legal, can't make it illegal. Federal law trumps state law. And so Indiana has to allow hemp flower now. So then we're left with the Schedule 1, which is marijuana, which 33 states have made it medically legal, 26 have decriminalized it, and 11 states have fully legalized it. And we're looking at currently, as of, I think it was yesterday, what is it, today's, it's September 2019, that Congress passed overwhelmingly in the House the marijuana banking bill, which will allow states that have legalized marijuana in some form to use the federal banking system. And now it goes to the Senate, and we'll see what happens, because I was really surprised by the vote of over 300. There was almost as many Republicans who voted for it as total people who voted against it. There was like 103 people who voted against it and 90-some Republicans who voted for it. So it was a joint venture bill by Republicans and Democrats, surely. So marijuana, you can see, if you look at it, it has medical value according to the federal government. The Department of Health and Human Services, under an FDA program, said that it was a crude drug delivery system. And the 2017 Academy of Science, Medicine, and Engineering, in their review, in their summary, said that cannabis was good for treating adult chronic pain, which alludes to that it has some medical value for some people. There was a study with over 1,000 patients that had fibromyalgia, and there are 3 primary FDA medications that they use, and marijuana, when the patients use marijuana, they had overwhelming the good response compared to the other drugs. They had like a 65% plus support or response to it compared to the 8 or 10% for each of the other drugs. So that showed that in treating fibromyalgia pain, that medical marijuana was much more effective than the other 3 FDA-approved medications. But we still have marijuana as a Schedule I drug, which means it has no medical benefits, and it's highly addictive, which they've shown marijuana is about as addictive as coffee. So, if you're looking at those 2 things, and knowing that Schedule I means it has no medical value, and it's highly addictive, so if it helps with pain, and it helps with nausea in patients with cancer patients, which was another finding, but it helps with pain, so that eliminates one of the criteria. Then they've discovered that it's about as addictive as coffee. I don't consider coffee highly addictive. Some people might, but I don't. So why do we still schedule it as a Schedule I? Especially when we're scheduling Marinol as a Schedule III, and Hemp CBD as a Schedule V, and hemp, the cannabis plant, not even scheduled. It's federally legal. And then when you look at the prices, Epidiolex, over $32,000 a year for CBD. Marinol, when you look at the prices, was a little hard to read, but I was told it's like $60, $70 for, well, I was told it was about $700 a month for a patient to be treated. So you're looking at quite a bit compared to, like when I went to Oregon and I got a month's worth of marijuana, and it cost me about, I think it cost me about $5, $6 for a month's worth. So to treat my migraines in a legal state, oh well, that was Oregon. Yeah, you know, so that is the cheapest place to get legal marijuana. Colorado, a little more expensive there. So just when you think about this stuff and you look at, you know, the Farm Bill and the FDA and what's going on, and you can change the law several different ways. You know, the Sessions could have made an administrative change. The president could have signed an executive order, because Congress allows that caveat to be there because it's under a law which allows administrative change. Congress is passing one of the first major laws, the marijuana banking act. So there are ways to do this without having those issues. Well, it's good talking to you. My name's Jason Straw, and I'll talk to you again in the future about marijuana, cannabis, and what's going on in our government. Thank you very much. Bye.